Today, we're reviewing the Transformers Legacy Galvatron. Now, this figure, I bought my Target, I think, or Walmart, either one. I mean, they are being seen at Targets right now, so technically they're around everywhere else. This figure is technically the same figure that already came out in the Kingdom series, or the War for Cybertron show, when Netflix was doing that stuff. It's the same figure, but without less dirtiness. Let's take a close look at the accessories that are kind of useless for this figure, in my opinion. But what do you think? Do you think these accessories are kind of useless? I mean, two of them are out of like 3 items or 2 items. Let's look.
Okay, now here's Galvatron out the box from Legacy. The thing is with this Galvatron, it's the same figure technically from the from War Cybertron. It just doesn't have the battle damage like the original one has. So technically the same figure, but just no battle damage at all. No more colors. Nothing more, nothing less. Now for me, I never had the original one, so for me, this is a figure that I don't have in my collection. So this will go well with my 86 collection because I am working on some of the 86 stuff right now. I mean, I do have Elite 3 and other figures, but I don't have Prime. And the Commander class that that was that is coming out or is out at this point, it's not the worth money that I want to pay. I'm just saying. But okay, the accessories is right here. You get these pieces, which you get put together to make a ship, I guess. I don't know what this is, man. And you do get the magic leadership too. For once, I like that. So yeah, just go around his neck. I mean, you can connect to this, but that's mainly the connection for it in the alt mode, which I think is fine. And I will say the color on this is very very good actually. You can't see it in person, but it is very good looking, and it doesn't come off, which I'm fine with because it doesn't need to. Now with the figure itself, I think it looks very good from every angle, and these can be angled. Thankfully, they can. Everything be broken down, but with the articulation, it does have some issues. Eh. But yes, as you can see right here, that's what it does. Articulation wise, we have adult jointed arm, but really just meant to snap in. No ridge articulation at all. The head is on, I think, a ball. Yeah, ball joint. Go look up this far, not that much, and go down. Get right to 360. The arms have a clear rotation, thankfully. Go out this far. And it does have a waist swivel, but this back thing does get in the way of it, which is the problem I have. Because if you want to get good posing, you need to freaking fold this up even higher to get even more space. And if you want more space, you gotta bend these down to get not that much more. So it is good, but dear God, it's so bad in ways that I don't think I like. But the figure's fantastic. And they use the same mode for one of the newer combo characters too that they're doing, which I don't mind, but dear God, I hope they fix it. Leg get up that far, and the knee is a single joint, so 90 degrees. So the feet, like I showed off, they can do this, but you don't do too much. If you could do that, you do get a foot pivot to make sure you can stand more properly in case you have to. It doesn't need to, but yeah. And these do stay out of the way, so you could just but I don't like how the gap look. So technically, yeah. Even the box gonna hide the gaps. You know it's bad when the box can hide it. Now let's look at the. Oh, actually, before we do transformation, let's do some size comparisons. Here's the last review that we did. Primal compared to Galvatron. You look small. I mean, Galvatron's bigger, but still. Here is Ratchet, Brawn, and Kingdom. I'm just going through figures I have near me. I don't want to bring out any more figures I don't want to get out. Now let's look at the transformation and then alt mode. Now we're going to do the transformation for the just for Galvatron. It's the same figure basically from the Kingdom, so technically it's the same transformation. Flip these out, as I already did. Turn the feet around. Start with the legs, like I always like to do. Flip these little things out because you're gonna need them for next. Flip all this stuff and make sure this little panel thing is clicking right there. Well, flip the hands in and take the cannon and take it apart. Make sure the arms, the orange can't want to come off. Make sure these arms plug into the top of there. There you go. Make sure these are right here. There you go. These can pop out. Pull them down for now. Next, you're gonna pull this part right here, which is some plug-in. Pull everything from the front, flip it inside out. Make sure the chest unit is like that. Make sure this is like this. And flip all of this all around. So, when you get to everything, flip the legs. Which means you need to grab the waist unit and do that. Now, you need to do all of this. Make sure your seats are plugged in, and these are aiming downwards. It is going to be a little frustrating because now they want to connect. And also, these things hang loose no matter how much you do anything with the floor. So, yeah, and what I like to do is pull this part right here. Pull that out. And now you have some wheels. And make sure you get this little piece from the cannon. Put it right there. And put the carrots in. And there you go. You got Galvatron's transformation. And make sure that everything sits together, and if it doesn't, yeah, it can be a little frustrating. But these will plug in. I forgot to say that part. Right there. So everything just connects inwards. And there we go. There you go. You got your cannon. No, I guess. Okay. Now here's the alternate mode for Galvatron. And like the box shows right here, it has all this, but it kind of looks too fulfilled for my standards. Just take everything off, and either you want to put it on a robot mode or something, it's up to you. I like how this looks. It's more like a G1 variant, and it is technically. The arms are not the best looking things in the universe. It is okay with it, I'm gonna be honest here. And the thing is, the way that some of it is shown, I'm gonna be honest here, isn't the best. Because sometimes it shows the images like where this is all folded up in here and it looks like this. I mean, how in the box does something somewhere like that, but it's kind of hard to tell. Just make sure to flip all this out. And there you go. Because it goes back here, and it gets little peg things for some bloody reason. I don't know what they're for. I don't know. I don't use it for anything, so yeah. I think it looks pretty good at the alternate mode and the other accessories, which you can use for the robot mode. if you like to. I know I don't. Not for me. Here's Blitzwing at size comparison next to LiQWDY, which I think are good at G1 characters because that means you can have a whole G1 collection. And here's my issues with it: the barrel right here, wobbly as hell. I mean the thing holds it. Not really. It's too loose for my standards. The arm just stayed there, and these do move for some bloody reason. And I think it looks okay, but it's not very animation accurate. But at this point, should we care about animation accurate? And be honest, at this point, probably not. Let's get to my final thoughts on the road mode and the cannon mode.
I really think the figure is really good, but it had its own problems. Like every Transformer does, it's not perfect. I wish it could be more perfect. However, it's Transformers. It's a series that's based on how imperfect it is when it comes to everything it does. So for me, I really, really hope. I mean, sorry. I mean, it's really good for ones that it's not that bad. However, when it comes to everything, it's like the floppy cock thing. Doesn't want to pop off more than once. When you're playing with it, trust me, it has a problem for damn sure. However, if you can get it down right, you can get it down right. However, it does have issues, like I said, but if you could deal with some of the problems at the toy, I'd be ready for them. I just didn't do anything about it for a month or two. Now, would I recommend you buying this figure? Maybe. I know when I bought it, I just wanted it for my collection, and yeah, I have like a shelf or two that are empty right now. So yeah, I can use it for my collection. And I do have a lot more stuff other than the Transformers, trust me. It's not the Transformers. But still, it's what you like about the figure. If you like the figure of how it looks, or if it's perfect, or what you think about it, that's on you. You don't have to like the figure. I know I'm in a medium kind of range. It's like, it's good, but I think over time I may like more better. And I have had this figure over since like June or April. So for a few months I've been having this figure, and I think it looks good on a shelf. That's not the problem. It looks good on an actual shelf when it just sits there and shows off. But that's what it does. I like it. I like that. But for any other thing, hell no. When it comes to playing with it, no. It's hard to fall in love with this figure. But when you get certain things done, like the poses and stuff like that, it is good. But yeah. So what do you think? Would you buy this figure anytime soon? Yeah. Give me your opinion. Join the Discord, and actually on that one, there's new rules added, and I also have a Gundam Discord. You may need to show your Gun Plus off, so I could do. If you want to show them off in there, do so, because it would be really good to have more than one hobby. Does that make sense? So yeah, peace out, people.